Welcome to your first lesson on how to play tennis with your instructor Sachin. So today we'll cover the safety, the equipment, and just the general knowledge of the court itself. Yeah. So let's start off with safety. Safety always comes first, and before you start with this whole process of how to learn tennis, safety is a requirement, it's a must. So, firstly, you'll need proper tennis shoes because when you run around at the speed that the ball moves, then there's a huge chance of spraining your ankle and stepping wrong. So, you'll need to tie your shoes properly and have proper tennis shoes. Tennis shoes usually have good grip onto the surface that you play on, and that's how you reduce the percent chance of you actually spraining your ankle. Another good thing to keep in mind is that you should always keep your eyes on the ball. Never let it go out your sight because that's what makes you move accordingly. And if you don't keep your eyes on the ball and just looked at the last minute, then it just boom, comes on, it hits you. Yeah. So I think that's it for safety. And now let's move on to equipment. So for equipment, it's just a need for tennis will be a tennis racket. See, I prefer this Wilson's racket. I think that it's a good racket. I think that I feel that it's a good quality racket, and this has been with me for about 3 years, and it's been doing fine. Another thing that you need are some tennis balls. Tennis balls, really, there are. This I feel good with. This is a Wilson's tennis balls, and yeah, pretty much. And then what you need is some tennis shoes. Tennis shoes that, like I said before, that you tie properly. Yeah, so those are the things that you really need. If you have long hair, I would recommend you to have the hairband. And yeah, that's kind of optional. If you think that your hair will get in the way, hairband is a good thing to have. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I think that's it for what equipment you'll need while playing. So now, let's look at the general outline of the court. There are lines, if you didn't know. There are lines on the tennis court. And there's singles lines and there's doubles lines. And so, what are the singles lines, you may ask? So, in a tennis court, there's a first line, then a second line. And the singles one is always the one that's in the inside, the innermost lines that you see. And those are the lines that you have to play in when you play singles, one-on-one. That's what singles mean. And in the doubles, 2-on-2 means that you have to always play with the outermost lines, which are the second lines outside. Yeah, so those are those lines. The line that's at the back is always going to be, that's the same for everything, doubles, singles, whatever. So yeah, if it goes out there, if it goes out of that line, then yeah, it's a point to the opponent if you shoot it out, or if he shoots it out, it's your point. Yeah. Yeah, then there's two squares at the top of in the middle of the court, and those are the serving squares. That's where you should serve, and when you should serve diagonally and get in the box. If you don't get it in the box, then yeah, it's bad for you and you lose that point. Yeah. Thank you for watching. This has been Sachin, your instructor, and your first lesson to tennis. Next lesson will cover how your stance should be, how you should hold the racket, and yeah, forehand and backhand. See you next time.